Okay guys, so today we're doing the unboxing of a really interesting bike, the NOKOVULCANO. This is an electric gravel bike. I'm really curious to see it, try it out, and now let's do the unboxing. Let's see how it is in real life because I've only seen it in pictures, only in pictures. Okay, so Noko, an Italian company, so this bike is made in Italy and all the support is absolutely in Italy. So they sent me two bikes, a CT1 and this one, which is a particular green gravel, very beautiful. An electric gravel bike, Masita Bonit, in my opinion, can have an exceptional market. Good, just turn the handlebar, mount it, and it's ready to use. This one specifically is equipped with a GRX 1x11, a 40-tooth chainring, hydraulic brakes. This you see here is its range extender, which is mounted in place of the bottle holder connected underneath here. Here is the flap to connect the battery, which effectively doubles the battery life. With this range extender, you can cover approximately 100 kilometers to. Another a very important thing. In the hub, a 250 watt motor with 42 Newton meters of torque and a torque sensor directly in the motor. Returning to the topic of the range extender, I prefer the bottle holder, having a bit less autonomy, but since I am a cyclist more or less, well, I want to try it this way, so it looks very clean, very nice. Still on the topic of the range extender, we have a battery of 252 watt hours, 7 amperes, 36 volts, which allows you to double the battery inside the frame. It features Vision wheels and of course the Shimano GRX 11 speed. The tires are Vittoria Terreno, cranks of 172.5. We have 5 modes of assistance. As you can see, the bike is completely clean, and simply from this button here, we have the assistance. Green is the base, you go forward, blue and you go forward. Anyway, pink, yellow and red, and it returns to green. These are the modes. In theory, the bike should be super smooth, meaning it's a gravel bike in every respect. With its internal battery, you have the possibility to still do 40-50 kilometers, but I would use it, for example, only for super steep climbs. So at that point, or maybe for those who need a little help at the beginning, but for those who have been cycling for a while, this can be exceptional for getting that boost on really steep climbs. Anyway, I can't wait to try it and see how it performs. The bike is completely aluminum except for the fork, which is carbon. Having said that, guys, all that's left is to get it running and go for a ride. As you can see, it's very well assembled. One important thing, anyone who buys Noko bike should know that there is direct assistance in Italy. So you have a phone number, a Takila phone number, where an Italian person answers instantly. You call during office hours, they answer you, and for any problem you have direct contact, and this should not be underestimated. In the package, Shimpa I Tintamna Namva. For mom, we obviously find its charger here. Inside here, we have this, which is the light, but I will not install it. With Saget, I have the Beeline Velo 2 that comes with the bicycle. This is a small navigator that acts as a computer. Now, this is very interesting because it comes with all the bikes. It's included with the bikes. Let's take a look at it, see how it works, because it's very small, but very interesting. I want to show you briefly how it works. Let's mount it on the bike. Yeah, here we have all its accessories. Here they are. The elastics, the rubber piece. Okay, but I'll show it to you from the bike. Let's go mount it. Mounting it on the bike is really simple because it mounts this, which is the spider on the handlebar, exactly like any other navigator or computer. So this little computer is used with its app, which is called Beeline. As you saw, when I opened the app, it asks if we want to start. We can record the ride and then upload it to Strava or Komoot, which are already integrated, or plan a trip. If we plan a trip, it will show me where to turn while going. Look, the bike moves on the display. Now I'll show you briefly how it works. on the display you have the map on the phone, while on the display we have speed and kilometers. Basically this replicates what happens on the app. If I have it plan a trip now, it acts as a navigator. On the map it shows me the route, and here it gives me the small directions. Let's take a look. Very nice. It's a nice interface. And now it tells me to turn left, and indeed it's true. Now it even beeped at me saying, there's this left turn and it's correct, and that's it. As in this mode, it records the route, it only gives me kilometers and duration of the activity, while clearly if I want to see the map, I can view it directly on the phone. In practice, in that point, it is a display that replicates everything happening on the app, so it is essential that you have the app active and that both Bluetooth and all permissions, even in the background, are active, because clearly the app needs to be able to function essentially. However, the navigation, as you saw in navigation mode, Maliki Point is very nice, included with the bike, so it's an extra feature. Some tools I don't use. Lithium grease for assembling all those seat posts, these things here. Below we have the rear light, the bell, the strap for the light, the pedals that I will not install because I will use my own, and of course the reflectors to make it fully compliant with the law and put them on the wheels. Just left home despite the Vulcano weighing around 13 kilograms, started with the motor off. Perfect. Adjusted entirely to my measurements.
I did the whole field with the motor off. Comfortably coasting, so you can really pedal even without the motor. I did the 2 capes with the bike off. I'm happy because it's really easy to pedal. Now on a slightly tougher section where we start doing some off-road, I turned on the motor, but I'm at the 2nd level. Blue ring, really great. Guys, here is the NOKOVULCANO. Some information up here on the frame. We have a little button. The system is by FSA, which has an app from which you can control and check the battery, the motor, everything. On the frame presentes Umafe, we have a button with 5 levels of assistance. So the green is practically just the system being on. Maybe it gives you just a minimal help, but you practically don't feel it. From blue upwards, you can feel the bike. For now, I've only tried the 2nd level of assistance, which is to say, is set 10, which is already more than enough. As I was telling you, I have already done 2 climbs, 2 copy with the motor completely off. Fantastic. Construction level, I can show you the welds and everything else, really well done. Now I'll show it to you up close. FSA has the motor, so you can find assistance and spare parts in Italy. This is the button I was telling you about. As you can see, it flashes green. The flashing indicates the battery level because I just turned it on, while the steady blue is the assistance level. And I wanted to show it to you briefly from here because I think it's very beautiful. As you can see, all the welds are done very well. It's an aluminum bike with a carbon fork. I must say that the 2nd level of assistance is already noticeable on small climbs like this. On the button, this one, the central button with a single click moves forward with the assistance. With a quick double click, it goes back with the assistance. With a long press, it turns the assistance on and off. Let's take this route that I've never seen, this little church.
Here it's gravel, huh? True.
Beautiful. The beauty of gravel is exploring, so let's go explore. There is no mail.
Okay, we are practically on the road. A telescopic was needed here anyway. With the telescopic, it works. Obviously, in the description, I'll put the route I did today, so at least you can see how many kilometers I covered, how much elevation gain. Honestly, I'm having fun because then on the really tough parts, I turn on the motor. This is truly a fantastic bike for those who want to do a bit of Sunday gravel, meaning someone who isn't very trained but wants to enjoy the bike in all its aspects, because with gravel you also do a bit of off-road. The motor works exceptionally well. Now here on the last climb, I have very little left. The battery is almost finished. I'm in the red, but I really have very little left. If you consider it, the internal battery alone is 240 watts, so it's normal. I'll be at 60 kilometers more or less with 1005 elevation gain, more or less. What comforts me is that there are really 200 meters left and then I'm done. I unclip everything and pedal. Single chain ring, guys, do what you want, but on a gravel bike it's tough. I know you all use it, it's trendy, no one wants to install the double in front anymore, but on a gravel bike where you really need 1,000 possibilities, honestly I would keep using the double. Aesthetically clear, it looks nice with the single, but you find yourself with a section like this, then here it's still gentle, you know, you really find yourself in a deadly section. The double in front gets you out of trouble, and my Sunday electric gravel ride is over. 80 kilometers. I must have done about 1,500, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 meters of elevation gain. I also got some water now and the bike is completely discharged, but I really had fun. I thank the guys from Noko Bike for letting me borrow this Vulcano. Now I'll ask them if they can lend it to me for a few weeks, because maybe I'll take you on some other rides. Interesting, very fun for those who want to approach the gravel world. With this you have a little help, and in the more challenging parts it gets you out of trouble. I hope this video can be useful for choosing your new electric gravel bike. Bye.